wanna die young, so I gotta ride with one. Still 10 toes down in my Balenciaga.
What's good with everybody? How y'all guys doing today? Well, today we're talking about the NBA. We talk about the NBA playoffs, the best teams, the best players, and who I feel like is going to win the championship. So let's get into it. So let's first talk about the best player. Now, it's a few arguments about this because some people are going to say James Harden because he's leading the team and he's really he's the primary scorer on that team. He takes a lot of shots. He gets up and down the floor. He doesn't really play a lot of defense, but he can shoot the lights out, and he's unstoppable. A lot of people are talking about Giannis because Giannis is 6'11", 7 foot, dunking on anybody. He's just a monster, a beast. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I feel like people is ignoring is that guy out of Golden State named Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant didn't have the best first 2 games, but when he puts it all together, when he wants to show up, like he said in his interview in the second game, that he didn't want to mess up the flow of the team. Like, he could get his buckets on Patrick Beverly whenever, but he didn't just want to mess up the flow of everybody else. So he just decided that, I'm going to just be unselfish, which he is. He's unselfish to a fault, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, when he puts everything together, he is unstoppable. This man can pull up from 28 feet. He give you post moves, mid-range, 3-pointers. Like, he gives you everything. And he's a pretty good passer. So let's get into some stats. Points. Kevin Durant and Damian Lillard is averaging the same at 28.8. James Harden is averaging 28.3. Kawhi is averaging 28. And Paul George is averaging 26. So, and Giannis is all the way down at 6 with McCollum with 26.3. So, if we talk about just scoring the basketball, KD is number 1 right now. And I kind of agree with KD being the best because when he puts it all together, it's nobody in this league that can stop him. And since he came to Golden State, his defense has been immaculate, great. So, to be honest, he's really the best. He's really the best all-around player that we have in these playoffs to me. And that is showing with the points, and obviously he's on the best team, but that also speaks to the points that he's able to score to 28. Like, he's sharing with Steph and Clay, so I don't know. So I just feel like Kevin Durant is up there as the number 1 player, but James Harden, when we talking about just dominating everything, I would have to say, like, dominating on the offensive side, James Harden is right there because it's literally nobody that can stop this man. Like, step back. You know what he's going to do, and he still does it to you. That's the definition of unstoppable. He's unstoppable. He's the best. He is the best at that step back. He even got that floater. And if he's not shooting the floater, he's going to pass it up to Capella for an easy dunk. So that's going to be a great series. The Rockets versus the Warriors. We know that the Warriors is going to close out the Rockets. The Warriors is going to close out the Clippers, and then the Rockets is going to close out the Utah Jazz. But that's here nor there. So I'll give you a top 3. Top 3 in these playoffs right now, just off of their performances in their games. I'm going to have to go with KD number 1. Damian Lillard number 2. And let me talk about Damian Lillard for a second, because I feel like Damian Lillard just gets overshadowed by I don't even think he made the All-Star game this year, and that is ridiculous for a man that should almost be, like Stephen A says, first all-team NBA. Like, he is great. He is performing night in and night out, taking on the hardest challenge to Russell Westbrook. And I've been telling people that Russell Westbrook is not on the same level as Dame Lillard. Dame Lillard has to pass Russell Westbrook. Once upon a time, Russell Westbrook was up there, but Damian Lillard has literally surpassed this man and became better. And just been better than Russell. So that's how I feel about that. So I'm gonna give Dame number 2, carrying his team. He lost his starting center. CJ, the jury's still out on CJ for me. CJ McCollum that'll be. But yeah, so I like Dame number 2. And then I'm gonna have to go with James Harden number 3, just because of the impact that he has on the team. When he is going, the Rockets is nearly unbeatable. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to go with James Harden as the 3rd most important player in terms of being the best right now. So I would go KD, Dame Lillard, James Harden number 3 is the best players in these playoffs this year. Let's move on to the best team. So basically, it's a 2-horse race for me, and that is the Bucks and the Golden State Warriors. But this is how I like to compare it, because if the Warriors is firing on all cylinders and the Bucks is firing on all cylinders, I feel like that the Warriors would win that game 10 out of 10, basically. If they was both firing on all cylinders throughout the entire game, the Warriors would win that game. And that's what I'm determining on, so I'm putting Golden State number 1. Then I'm gonna give the Bucks the second hand. Let me look up this bracket real quick for you guys, the playoff bracket. But yeah, I'm gonna give the Bucks number 2. And then because the Bucks are just so dominant with Giannis Antetokounmpo, what's his name? Middleton, Bledsoe. I think Brogdon is coming back this second round, which they're going to need him against the Celtics. We're going to get into that too, the Celtics. We're going to get into that. Let's look at this. Yeah, okay. So going in, so we know the Clippers are going to lose, and then the Utah is going to lose, and then we got James Harden going up against KD in the next round, which I'm gonna give it to the Warriors. Cause I just feel like that maybe go 7, because the Warriors tend to play down to people, but I'm gonna give it to the Warriors. Then we got the Portland, because Portland I feel like is gonna beat OKC. And then, I don't know, Denver, you were supposed to win. You were supposed to get them out of there. You were supposed to get the San Antonio out of there. I'm going to give it to Denver, but Denver was not supposed to play around with the Spurs. So, we should have Portland and Denver going up, and that's a toss-up, but I'm going to give it to Portland. So, I got Portland making the conference finals. And I got Golden State making the conference finals as well, and of course Golden State is going to win that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, the Rockets is clearly the second best team in the West, but they just got the short end of the stick and had to play the Warriors second. So yeah, and then with this Milwaukee Boston series is going to be crazy. This Milwaukee Boston series is going to be crazy. This might be one of the best series that we have in the playoffs. But I'm going to have to give it to Milwaukee, because Kyrie is, don't get me wrong, Kyrie is a certified bucket getter, a certified one of the best players, point guards in the league. I got him second behind Steph Curry as the best point guard. And then he's a closer, but he tends to play a lot of ISO ball, and that's gonna get, I don't know, that might mess him up in this next round against Milwaukee, who got tough defense. Bledsoe is not no punk when it comes to just guarding people. So I don't know, but I'm gonna have to give it. I'm gonna get a Bucks. I think it goes 6 games. The Bucks win 6-6. Philadelphia, because I think Philadelphia is gonna close out Brooklyn, and then Toronto's gonna close out Orlando, and then I'm gonna have to get that series to Toronto. But I really don't like the way that Kyle, what is his name? Kyle Lowry. You need to get your game ready, Kyle Lowry, because it really don't make sense. It don't make sense, Kyle Lowry, because you had a potential to be a decent point guard, and you are a decent point guard in the regular season. You make the playoffs a lot of times, but then you just tend to fade off in the playoffs. You and DeRozan did that. But I think it was more you, Kyle Lowry. You was the one that was, but I think Kawhi is just gonna be too much for the Philadelphia 76ers, and so I'm gonna give it to Philadelphia. Then I'm gonna give the Milwaukee versus Philadelphia. Yeah, I'm gonna say Milwaukee gonna win that one. Milwaukee Milwaukee's gonna beat the 76ers. And then we got so my prediction is the 76ers, the Milwaukee Bucks and the Golden State Warriors in the finals. Now, in terms of the finals, Golden State and Milwaukee, I know who I'm going with because personally KD is my favorite player, and the Warriors is just insurmountable with the talent they have. If all of them are firing on all cylinders, nobody in this league can beat them. So I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna have to go with the Warriors. The Warriors take that in. I think the Warriors take that in 6. So I think the Warriors will get this last championship. So basically, here I go. So the things I was talking about, the best players, I think KD is number 1, Dame is number 2 this year, and James Harden is number 3 in terms of the best players of this postseason. Then the team, I'm gonna have to go. Teams, I'm gonna have to go Golden State, the Bucks. Cause they just got so Golden State, the Bucks, and then the Rockets, and then so who I got winning it all? The Golden State Warriors in 6. The Golden State Warriors in 6, and so say the Celtics win. If whoever wins the Milwaukee versus Celtics game, I feel like it's going to the championship and it's going to represent the East in the finals. And I'm gonna say either team the Warriors play 6 games. And it's been your boy Shaki Moore to be exact. And that's it for me. Subscribe for me. You know, I just started, but just subscribe. Get me up there. I love you guys.
Me, I wanna die young. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. I'm gonna post bail, just look at my wrist.